Got the stream started. Hopefully this works. I don't know until someone starts chatting. I hope the room's not too echoey. It's pretty echoey in here. Well, it says it's broadcasting, but is it on the right server? That's the question. It would appear to be. Oh good, we are getting people watching. Hi guys, how you doing? Darkness, yes. Oh geez, that's a lot of people chatting. Well then, give me a moment. Just gotta get everything functioning. No, you're not late. We are just starting. Trying to make sure everything's working. Alright, so as the title suggested, we are actually going to be doing something in real life. We're going to actually be making ocarinas, maybe, if we can get the stream working. So let's see. And the camera, probably important thing. Right. Come on. Turn on! Oh, there we go, but it's just facing the wrong way.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Demonetized. Oh boy. Not sponsored by Pepsi. Let's get this angled right. We're gonna be sitting here. Face reveal? I've done face reveals before. I don't know why people don't realize that.
Demonetized. Right. Demonetized.
Just trying to get the right angle here. There's like a lot of things to adjust. Oh yeah. I haven't done that in a while. Fine, I guess so many people haven't seen my face. You're gonna be disappointed.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Oh, what's this in the chat?
Demonetized.
Make an ocarina that looks like a sock. Okay. It's interesting. Probably not what we're gonna do today. Anyway, what's your shirt? No, it's still a little angled wrong. Maybe we can move it back a little.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Oh boy, you get to see my microphone. There's gotta be a better place I can put that. Let's move some stuff out of the way. Chin reveal. The DeGroot bottle. That'd be an interesting one. Alright, fine, look. I'm gonna crouch down. Hi, this is my face. Hello. Crouching down because I can't get the angle right on this thing. Let's see, is that good? Is that good? You can see? I move my chair. That looks good. Hi, how are you guys doing? Still a little angled down. Yeah. Yeah, let's adjust the camera itself instead of the laptop. That'll make it easier. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Assuming... This camera really does zoom in more than I'd like it to. What I'm gonna have to do, as well, is I might have to have a window open that shows the chat in higher resolution. Like, move it over to this side, maybe. Yeah, this'll work. All I have to do is just shrink the OBS window. And move this as much as I can to about here, I'd guess. There we go. That looks good. Anyway, Now I can see the chat. Well, I thought people would expect that I look like my profile pictures. I'm gonna drink this not Pepsi. Alright. It's your boy Harry Potter. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to plug my laptop in. You just reminded me of that. Oh well, I'll do that in a bit. God, how did there be so much dust here? Is this a 90s live stream? Why do you say 90s? I know my camera's bad, but it's not 90s bad, I hope. Move my mic a little closer. Hope you guys can't see that. Ah, this stuff is in the way. Dude, vanilla cherry, I see you're a man of taste too. Yeah, it's the best. See, I've had the same face since I was 15. I don't know what it is. Lag, Ace, fix it. Is there lag? Doesn't seem to be. Anyway, so we've got a couple of them already in the works. We got a really small one right here. Right? Not sure what we're gonna make. We have a couple of them in here where we could probably just start working on them. Like, say, let's go with this small one here. Hopefully it didn't dry out too much in the time it's been in there. Much lag, many lag. I'm not seeing it. It says I have good stream quality. That might have been me bumping the mic. No, it says we're at good... Yeah, it says we're at good stream quality. That might just be someone else. The camera's lagging? I don't see it. Oh, that's weird. Now, by camera, do you mean the video or do you mean the audio? Yeah, there's a lot of people saying it's not lagging. The camera has a low frame rate. Well, yeah, it's a low frame rate camera. Just refresh. Yes, the video. Well, as long as it's only the video, that should be fine. Crud, I don't have water. That's, like, important. Hang on. Got the water. Good lamp. What? Oh, that lamp there is not lighting this entire room. That distinction goes to this thing. And honestly, this isn't really a lamp. You know those hanging lights that used to be in factories? Like those overhead lights that would hang in factories in like the 60s? Yeah, that's what that is.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
It does look like on the stream this one tiny thing is lighting up the whole room though. How much for an ocarina? That really depends, dude. It could be anywhere from $15 to $120. That just depends on what it is. Right, so we have to actually get them wet on the outside so we can work with them. Yeah, that's not that one little thing. Jeez. That'd be crazy. That'd be blinding if it was just the one thing. You should make a gibbous ocarina. I don't know. Where would you blow into it? Where would the holes be? Will this be a Q&A? I mean, it could be. Could be a Q&A if you so desired. I gotta get my tools. Where are my tools? I only see one of them. I need this one and where's the flathead one? I need this one, and this one. Yes. These are the tools we need. And the knife. Your Streamlabs link does not work. Well, I might have to fix that later, but I can't do that now. What is the meaning of life? I don't know. It just kind of happens. That's the meaning of life. It just kind of happens. Right. Oh, another important part. We're going to need the tuner. Let's hope it still works. Let's see. Gotta make sure it's in the right key. What's this one? What's this one? A? I think it's A. Or is it? That might be G, actually. I thought I had one that was definitely... Oh, here's one. I don't know if this one still works, though. There we go. Here's the one I was looking for. I was thinking of this one. This one's supposed to be C, but it seems to be C sharp. I might have the tuner set wrong. Hang on, I'll have to... Oh yeah, Twitch would be less laggy. Let me make sure I got the tuner set to the right frequency. Oh, yeah, see, I was wrong. I did have it set to the wrong thing. Alright, let's see. That was annoying. Let's see if we got it right. Oh, wrong one again. Yep, got it. We got it back. Oh dang, someone just cheered 100. Thanks, man. These aren't expensive at all. We got these for like $6 at Hobby Lobby. Have you ever heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Right. Let's, now what do we want to be the top? I think this side looks nicer, so we're going to make the bottom here. What we're going to do is just carve out a little section here. Yeah. This one should probably be round. It's something that pyromanes won't tell you. You know what else the pyromanes won't tell you? Stock flamethrower does more damage than a brass beast at point blank now. I don't know. The ocarinas kind of shrink because of the clay that I use, so they kind of come out in whatever key they do. What you can do though is you can have the ocarinas be in B flat, for example, right? That way, depending on how much it shrinks, it either comes out as B or C. So that's a good thing to aim for. Sometimes they shrink while they're drying, though. Where's the one tool? This one. Right, so this one is just... These tend to take a while to make, but this one's just a slab of clay right now. But we might be able to get this one to make a sound. Smile. Me. There you go. There's a forced smile for you. Let's get this going. So we're kind of just slowly drilling a hole into it right here. Looks like it didn't dry at all on the inside. It's just the outside that got a little dry. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, he means subscribing. He means Teku's demonetized thing. That was funny. I had to make that my subscription sound. I needed something so that I could hear whether it was on Twitch or YouTube. And, I mean, what's more perfect than that? Yeah, that's great. So now I'm just trying to really hollow out one side of it.
Demonetized.
I like the little GIF that I found to go with it. Link desperate for money. Caught in the act. What's with the ancient TV? Okay, let me tell you a story. Alright. So, I used to work at Goodwill, and by the way, if anyone ever thinks of applying at Goodwill, don't. But that's a different story. So, I was working at Goodwill, and they have the dumbest rules I've ever heard of in terms of what they have to throw away.
Demonetized.
So, their rules are, right, regardless of condition, the television in question, as long as it has the red, white, and yellow cables, the old RCA connections, right, component, as long as it has those, they can sell it, and it's in working order, right? Anything that does not have those is immediately thrown out, unless they get a used high-definition TV that doesn't happen to have them. Because they wouldn't dare throw that out. But anyway, yeah, so, we're closing late one night. We're literally like 2 minutes past closing. Like, we were closing at 9. These guys come in at 9:02 around back, and I hear their truck. I open the door, see what's going on. And they're like, hey, you guys have a moment to take a television in? And it's like, well, we're leaving, but, I mean, we're in the back anyway. We could just put it back here and deal with it tomorrow. So they're like, oh, great. So they unload this TV right here, right? And they're like, this used to belong to our grandmother, but she's moving to a new place. I think she was moving to a retirement home. And they're like, and we wanted to make sure that we could find this TV a good home, so we're so glad you guys were open, because otherwise we'd have to throw it away, and we just didn't want to throw something away that's has so much history like this and is in such good shape. And it's like, yeah, it looks great, looks amazing. You don't see those anymore. They're like, I know, right? I'm so glad that you guys were here. So they bring it in. The manager helps them bring it in too, right? Now, he takes a look at it and he's like, oh, it only has an analog signal input. You can't put a VCR player up to it or anything like that. He's like, we're going to have to throw that away tomorrow. It's like, what? You have to throw that away? It's in perfect condition. And he's like, yeah, but I don't make the rules. I just have to enforce them. And it's like, well, you know, it's made by Magnavox, right? And Magnavox, they're the manufacturers of my record console, right? So I thought maybe I could take it home for parts and use it for like experimenting with the record player if it didn't work, right? So we plug it in, doesn't work, and it's like, okay, so can I take this thing home for parts at least and maybe turn the actual wooden case itself into a shelf? And he's like, well, I'm not allowed to sell it. And it's like, yeah, but how about we look at it this way? Instead of selling me, since it doesn't work, instead of selling me a TV, couldn't you be selling me a shelf with a speaker attached? And he's like, all right, just bring it, just come by Sunday and be here first thing in the morning to take it. And it's like, okay, so I grabbed it, brought it home, only to find out that my record console is from 1963 and this thing is from 1973, so they're incompatible. So it's like, well, great, now I'm stuck with this huge thing, but at least maybe I could turn it into a shelf. So I'm seeing if the speaker might even power up, if it's worth saving. So I plug it in, and all the lights in the house flicker, right? All the lights in the house flicker. And it's like, well, it's getting power to it, so why is it not powering up when I hit the power button? Why are none of the buttons working? So at the same time, we recently got a new flat screen TV, and I was setting up the remote functionality for the Wii U, right? So I'm scrolling down looking for Vizio, because that's the brand of the big TV we had, right? On the way down, I see that it says Magnavox, and I'm like, there's no way it would work, but whatever, I'll just tap it. I tap it, lights flicker again, and I hear the high-pitched whine and some static come up, and I look over, and it's getting picture, and it's like, oh my gosh! So then I start pressing the buttons, and they started working again after a huge, like, static discharge, and what had happened is, sitting plugged into a wall for so many years and never being touched, it built up so much static that the buttons stopped working. But once it powered up and discharged, it started working again. So what we ended up doing is we got a digital to analog converter for it, right? And we actually managed to find an old VCR player that can convert the red, yellow, and white connections into an analog signal. And it's kind of like an all-in-one thing where it can do TV and VHS tapes. So I actually didn't turn it into a shelf. I decided to keep it just the way it was because when I'm down here in my workshop and I'm bored, it's nice to just sit back and watch some TV, you know? If you don't believe me, sometimes it's a little finicky. Let's see if we can... Yeah, you see the lights flickered a little? Right. So... let's get this... Give it a moment. It takes it a second to warm up. There we go. There we go. Confirmed. I'm not bullshitting the story. This thing actually still works. So yeah, no sense in throwing it out. Especially since I went around to different antique places and I was like asking them if they'd like to buy it because I didn't really have room for it, right? And it was funny. So first thing I go to, right? The first thing I go to is, obvious choice, an actual huge antique place. They don't want to take it because they sit a while and take up way too much floor space, which is understandable. It's a big unit. I take it to this other place that I know sells used televisions, old ones, right? And I'm telling them, hey, I got this old TV from the 70s that still works, and I was wondering if you guys would be interested in taking it. And they're like, oh, yeah, sure. And the guy who works there, he like actually owns the place, he's all excited. I'm telling him it's an old Magnavox from the... it's an old Magnavox from the 1973, I think it is, right? And it's got like this nice wood trim around it. All the buttons still work. It has really good picture on it. And he's like, oh, dude, you have a picture of it? I'd love to see this. And yeah, I'm like, yeah. So I pull up a picture on my phone. Before it loads, I'm like, so does this seem like something you guys would be interested in selling? And he's like, well, let's see. He sees the picture. He sees that it's a floor model that big and that heavy. And he's just instantly like, no, we will not take that. No one's going to take that. So I just took it home and kept it. And as long as it still works, I'm cool with it. Sometimes the picture flickers a bit when it builds up some static. Ah! I was just saying. Ow! You piece of crap. I'm just telling you this great story about it and it frickin' shocks me. Get all that static off of there. Jeez. There. It's not flickering anymore. Son of a bitch. It bit me. It bit me. I just touched the screen. That's all I did. It's not like there's exposed wires or anything. Ow. That still hurts. That like stung. Did you hear it? It sounded like a little taser. Can you play any games on it? I tried to plug in an Atari-esque console, right? One that might have been from the time period. And it got sound and some picture, but it just wasn't compatible with it. So I'm guessing no, you can't play games on it. And with about $500 of equipment, you could probably get it to play modern games, but that's... why would you do that? Just buy a $500 TV, you know? Yeah, the TV bit me. Is there an actual television show going, or is it nothing but commercials? A sticky bomb-shaped ocarina. There'd have to be something sticking out where you could blow into it, like one of the prongs. That would be expensive. Because that would need to be... yeah, I don't think I have gray glaze. That would be the problem. That would be a bit expensive to produce. Yeah. Got a very specific market for that, too. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, it is a nice TV. I can't stay mad at it. It's definitely one of those things that people would just throw out and destroy because they don't want to bother with just the simplest things. Like, they're like, oh, it's such an inconvenience. It's like, okay, every now and then it builds up static. It'll build up static after about 3 or so months, right? Every now and then it just has a little bit of static you need to get rid of. Sometimes it doesn't turn on when the power draw is too much on other equipment, but just let it sit for about 10 minutes. Hold down the power button for, I'd say about 30 seconds. Let go of it, let it sit, and then just hit it and it'll turn on again. Are you peeling potatoes? No, I'm making... well, it makes sound. That's the first step, anyway. Doesn't sound great, but doesn't sound bad. Let's see if we can get this better. Looks like it's an A. We could get it to B flat if we maybe pinch down the back. Try and make it so it could have a string. First Ocarina, 6-hole or straight to 12-hole? You mean first for picking up and learning to play? I'll tell you this. 12 holes are very different from 6 holes. Once you learn a 6-hole Ocarina, you might have the breathing down, but you have to learn the fingering all over again. So I would go with... Actually, you could probably just get a nice 10-hole. That's a good place to start. Then you don't have to worry about the small little holes. But if you've never played an instrument before, or any instrument like this, a 6-hole is a good to start with, just to get like your breathing down on it. Right, let's make the bottom a little more flat. There's a little bit of clay stuck in the airway. There we go, we got it in B flat. Now if it shrinks, it'll be either B or C. Probably B, but that's okay. B's a good key.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Wonder what they're playing. Looks like a Western. Can you give like a how-to live stream? Man, I am not the person to ask that. I have very specific stuff. Ace, is your sub sound actually Teku? Yes, it is. I've made videos where I'm playing ocarinas on my old channel. They're old videos. I'm not sure how good they are. I had really bad equipment back then. Right, so this is one we'll probably want to attach a string to so someone can wear it. Shadow of the Colossus. I've seen playthroughs of it, but I haven't played it myself. I hear a lot of good things about it, but after watching someone play through the entire game, I kind of don't get it. Like, the boss fights look fun, but that's all the game really is. I don't know. I don't really have anything that can play it anyway. Let's try and smooth out the middle here so it doesn't, like, tear up whatever string we put on it. Yeah, I don't have a PlayStation 4. I don't have anything except Nintendo consoles. Because most of the stuff I just get on PC. But, you know, Nintendo. You can't get Nintendo stuff on PC. Plus, I do like the convenience of the Switch. Nah, PC not Master Race. I'm so sick of PC stuff. PC's probably my least favorite platform, but it's where I make my money from. And it is nice to be able to do the editing on the same system that you record the games on. I mean, that's convenient right there for what I do.
Demonetized.
Oh.
Demonetized.
Okay, so for Streamlabs to have custom notifications for both YouTube and Twitch, log in separately. Do not merge both accounts or it will screw up all of the alerts. So I have 2 Streamlabs accounts, one for my YouTube and one for my Twitch. And I use OBS to have different alert sections. Like, I'm sure you noticed Link is off-center. That's because that's a different alert box. Alright, well, that looks pretty good. We can smooth that out later. Got a hole going right through it. That's where we'll put the string. Gotta be careful you don't dig into the chamber itself and ruin the whole thing, though. Right, so now we figure out how we're going to hold the thing. I think this will be... I don't know, should this be a 4-hole or should this be a 6-hole? We are going to find out. Let me just scrape a little off there. It's kind of got a funky shape to it. Want that to be a little more comfortable to hold. Now, what can happen when you take out enough clay when adding the holes is it can change the key also. Well, I'm not doing these hostings myself. That's other people doing that. Oh, there's your little clumsy something is following. The notification went by so quick. Oh yeah, that feels better. Yeah, that feels like it actually curves with your thumbs. Let's see, so we would be holding it like this, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it might end up being an A. Which, that might be something to aim for. Yeah, if we're doing it as a 6-hole, we'll aim for A, because it's going to change its tone. Well, you didn't miss much from the beginning. Alright, so first we're going to have that be there. Maybe a little higher up. Like about here. Yeah. Then this one here. This here. And this here. Right. So I've kind of indented where we're going to have, that might be hard to see, where we're going to have the actual holes in it. So what I like to do to make the grip even better is actually scoop out little sections here, and you'll see it in a sec, where the holes are actually going to be. Right, this one needs to be scooped out a little bit more. Like that. I'll smooth them out. Probably gonna take a little bit off there. Twitch versus YouTube. I think Twitch wins. Oh yeah, Twitch's uploads are going to be finished soon, aren't they? That'll be something to do. Then I don't have to rely on YouTube anymore. That's a new opportunity right there. Bet a lot of people will do that with how impossible it is to break into YouTube now. There we go. That looks better. Let's see. Gonna go with... What are we at here? Right. So what I like to do for the first one is actually kind of split the first one into two separate holes. That way, because on certain notes you have to uncover it halfway, and that's really annoying to try and feel to do. So I like to put two small ones instead of one large one. And that can be done. Actually, let's start with this tool. And then move on to this one. Oh, not this one. Let's see. Yeah, that's about right.
Demonetized.
Well,
Demonetized.
Yeah, by the way, if you guys, because it's kind of a pain to get out of the middle of what I'm doing, if you guys make me have to come over there and mute somebody, it's not going to be a mute, it's going to be a permanent ban. That is directly interrupting the stream. It's not just something I can casually, like, reach over and get. I'm going to have to, like, wash my hands off and then, like, specifically deal with one person. Alright. Right, so there's the first one. A little off center there. So we're going to add a second one here. Actually, let me make sure I got the... Yeah. So it should come down like this to the second one here. Yeah, that's what the name is for. Oh crap, I got it stuck. Gotta be careful taking it out. There. Right. Needs to widen it a little bit. That's better. See? That's what I'm talking about. That way you can just, like, slide your hand over it. You don't have to worry about uncovering one halfway. If they go to Twitch, I'll ban them too. They'll get banned from both. Okay. And that is permanent. And if he comes back on an alt account, I'll just ban the Gmail. Yeah, I sell them. There should be a link below the video of where I sell them. The website link. Right, next one is this one down here. Where's my reference chart? It's been a while since I've done one of these. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have 2 more notes. Where is my reference chart? Where did that... Oh, here it is. Right. So, yeah, it is supposed to be 2 notes up, which would mean it needs to be D. Whoa! What is happening back there? What on earth? Is there a magnet or something? I don't see a magnet. Anything that could be causing that. No, it's not coming from that. Do the other channels do that? Do I have... Oh, you're out of batteries, aren't you? This dumb thing. Ah. Fine. Looks like it's not getting enough power. Well, there's an easy fix for that. That was weird. Well then, that's definitely different. Huh. Alright, let's see what else we got. Could be... What on earth? I've never seen it do this. I was like stuck between channels. Oh, I can't get the thing unscrewed. Well, that was one heck of an interruption. looks like the power switch has also gone bad. I can fix this, but I can't fix it right now. Ah, what it needs is its remote. Yeah, ban the TV for interrupting the stream. We'll give it a cool down for a second. In the meantime, I heard something outside the door. Yep. What? You don't say. Come on. Here's a cat. No, it's not spooky. Oh, you want in the chair. You want where I'm sitting. What are you doing clawing on my legs? Alright, here's the cat, everybody. Say hi. Not even looking at the camera. Ow. Why are you sitting on my legs with your claws? Are you done visiting? Are you done? No, you're coming back up. Yep. Alright, can I sit down? Huh? Okay. You're probably not going to like the noises I'm going to make. Because I got to tune this to D, right? You have no personal space, do you? No respect for other people's personal space. Just gave me a nose kiss. Ugh. That's gross. Okay. Aren't most ocarinas C alto? No, they can be any key. But we need to get this one whole into D. The common ones are D, C, A, and G. Right. Almost. It's about a C sharp. Can't you have something to do? No, that's not for you. No, that's not for... You're making this very hard. Making this way more difficult than it needs to be. What, you want the tool? Yeah. Well, yeah, it's gonna be loud. You chose to sit here. Almost. It's getting very close to where we need it. It's at D now, we just need it to match up with the rest of it.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
I almost dropped it. That wouldn't be good. Let's see. So that's... Right. So this one's next. Oh, it's gonna get higher pitched than that. That's only the beginning. Yeah, there's a reason behind my name. And that is this. What? You're staring at something. Why every YouTuber face reveal need to be disappointing? It's not a face reveal. I've done that before. It's just no one watches my old videos, which is probably good. They suck. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and carve these out before we tune them, just to see where we're sitting in terms of the key that we're in. So it's going to look like it's almost done, but it's not. Yeah, we'll aim for A by going kind of at G sharp. I think that's what we'll do. Hey, what are you doing? You just kind of hanging out? You were so desperate for attention and now you just don't care, do you? You just don't care. At least poke your head up, say hi. She's gonna fall asleep. Alright, we're almost there. I think this hole actually needs to be smaller because of what we took out of it. Which we can do by closing up the sides a little bit, making it a little more flat. Yeah, I figured it might have been too big. Right, so this is... So we need to take a lot out of the next one. So this one hole on the side here that I'm working on needs to be higher pitched than all the ones we've added so far, except for this one. We can probably take out enough clay to lower it where we need it to be. Well, that doesn't surprise me. Oh boy, Daruda Sandstorm. That must be the easiest song in the world to play on these things. It's like 3 notes. Right, so it should be getting a little lower pitch now, in general. Let's see what we're sitting at here. Yeah, it looks like a lower end of an A. We're getting there. The links are in the descriptions or below the video on Twitch. Okay, no, that's not where you need to be. Nope. I think you need to go out. Go on. Why don't you go play with Spooky or something? Bye! Okay. Man, I don't know what was going on with this thing. I want to see if we've given it a rest, if it wants to work again. Now powering on is fine. It's like it doesn't want to turn off is the problem. Yeah, see, it just cuts the sound out. Man, I liked having something on the background. Oh, I see what's going on. I see the problem here. So what's going on is the, oh, might have got it. Yeah, it looks like the power button is mapped to, channel. I don't want to get the remote thing and fix it right now. Yeah. Let's see. That should do it. so close. So close, but just not enough. It's just a little out of tune on the last one. But I think it can just be in tune by widening it. And possibly adjusting the airway itself a little bit. Very close. Why? You are so close to being in tune. Why do you have to decide not to be? So close. I am going to get this. I think we got it. I hate that noise. Please stop, or at least turn the mic down. I don't think... I think if I change the mic settings, it's going to make a louder pop than this is going to make. Let's see. Oh wait, how does that go again on this one? Yeah, almost. It just needs a little tweak. Now the question is, should we add thumb holes to this one? Or should we leave it the way it is? That's the question. Oh, whoops, wrong one. That sounds about right. Yeah, we might want to leave it at this point. Let me adjust the airway just ever so slightly. Yeah, see, it's almost a little airy on the last note, so we want to fix that. Gotta be careful at this part, because you could screw up the whole thing. Just take a little bit of clay out like that. Make it a little more even. That's better. Oh. Yep, that's pretty good. I say that's good. I say we should leave it like that. Ace, how did you learn to make ocarinas? I had to teach myself how to make them. There's not exactly anywhere you can learn. I mean, there's videos on YouTube of how to do it, but they're like, oh, you need all this specialty equipment, right? And it's like, hey, how do you just do it for real, you know? How do you do it without having molds or machines make it for you? So it's just kind of trial and error. Well, are you wearing headphones? Because you probably shouldn't. Yeah, I imagine it doesn't like the high-pitched noises. No, ocarinas would not support rent, definitely. It's kind of like a hobby. I would have to mass produce them, and that involves not actually making them by hand. Which would suck. It's more like what I can do in my free time to get a little extra. I just haven't had a lot of free time recently. Any other songs specifically from Zelda? I had a folder that had some reference charts on it for other songs. Not for something this small, though. I say we set this aside, let it dry a little before we, like, engrave it. Yeah. Snivy. Ah. Hands are cramping from that. Right, so we have another one in here. Yeah, we should work on that one next. No. What I do is I fire them once on low, and then I'll fire them a second time if I think they should have glaze on them. So they don't actually need to be glazed. In fact, if someone bought one unglazed, they could probably paint it themselves. Where's a good example? Yeah, here's one. Right here. And for reference, where's one that has good glaze on it? This one's pretty good. Right. So this one has a couple different glaze colors on it. This one was fired twice. Trying to get that on the camera there. Right. But, no, by default they come out looking like this. Just kind of regular clay color and texture. Though I do like this clay. It has little speckles on it, so it actually... the camera does not want to focus. I use a pretty large electric kiln to fire them, but it's not here. It's at my parents' place because there's no outlet here that can take it because it takes a lot of power. Let me plug in my laptop. It looks like it's running on low power. Do I have the charger? Yes, I do. Just gotta... Where is the plug? Oh, here it is. There we go. Let me make sure it's actually getting its power back. Yep. I'll tell you what, let me grab something. I was going to get a clock, but I found our resident derp instead. How you doing, Spooky? People were asking about you earlier. Yeah. Yeah, they were asking where you were at. Yeah, Spooky. She wants down. Here you go. Oh, that's not for you. That's water you don't want to drink. Yeah.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Yeah, Spooky's normally really chill about how you hold her. Well, at least about how I hold her. Anyone else, she'd be like clawing to death right now. But that's because we rescued you, so you trust us, right? Yeah. You were just a little kitten. Yeah, you want to look around? You're allowed in here when I'm in here. Oh, what'd you find? It's my sock. Spooky, you got the stream demonetized. How could you? How could you? How could you get the stream demonetized? You're in trouble. Right, I guess I don't need a clock since I got the laptop here. Easiest to play? Definitely something like this. Very easy to play. Like, when I got my first one, I learned how to play it in about, I'd say half an hour. Wasn't very good at it, but I could play a song on it. But we are going to make something different. So this one is definitely way more of an old-fashioned design. A snivy-themed ocarina? A snivy-themed? Not sure. I kind of had to close down custom orders because of how busy I am with YouTube. Though you can still have ones requested. It just doesn't mean I'll make it immediately. Just kind of have to wait for it to come out, I guess. I don't know. If not for the way YouTube's been, I would probably still have custom orders open, but nah, I can't do that. There's no time anymore. Because everyone wants them, like, at a specific date. Right, so... where to begin on this one? How to begin on this one? Not even sure what type it's going to be. We could make it... I got an idea. We'll go a little ambitious on this one. Yeah, it would be nice if it wanted to work today, but it doesn't. Okay, so starting on this one, we're going to need to figure out how we're going to hold this. Probably like so, right? So this here, this here. I'm going to leave a little bit of room. I could go up a little higher, honestly. More towards the middle. Let's see. What is comfortable? Right, so there, there, and about there, and then here, 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 and here. Yeah. So that's about where we want them to be. So let's start with that. This clay is very, very moldable still, so I have an idea for what we could do with this one. It's gonna be difficult though. Right, now where is the airway gonna be? Stop making things look like food? How does this look like food? That's my question. You could make one that looks like a carrot.
Demonetized.
I made one out of a carrot once.
Demonetized.
I legitimately hollowed out a carrot and made one out of it. The only problem was it kind of rotted. So, yeah. What we've learned today is don't make them out of live carrots. I think we'll have it be about here, honestly. Yeah. Right about there, and then the other one. So then it'd be like... kind of like here, but... I need to widen that one. Yeah. I've got good feeling about this one. We just need to kind of trim away part of the wall here for what we're going to do later. Spooky, what did you get into? I don't know, you're just chilling out. You're being behaved. Bunny was getting into everything. She got bored. Right. How old is this webcam? Pretty old. Pretty old, honestly. I've had it since before I started my channel. I don't really have a better webcam because I don't like doing webcams over gameplay because that's so distracting. Yeah, that seems pretty good. So we'll need the airway to be about here. You want to see a turtle ocarina? I think I have one. Oh wait, no I don't. It's packaged up. Don't believe me, I'm lying. I forgot. It's packaged away. Oh, there's pictures on the website if you want to see it, though.
Demonetized.
Right. I'm 21. Alright, so for this one we're actually going to cut out a triangle to start. Like that there. If it wants to come out, of course. Come on. That is quite the mess in there. Jeez. Now, it doesn't need to be a triangle when it's done. It just kind of needs to start as one. In fact, it would probably sound pretty bad if it was just a triangle. There we go, there's the start to it. How do I get more FPS in TF2? You don't. I have a really powerful PC, and I struggle to get the same FPS as somebody who's on a crappy laptop. Team Fortress 2 is just badly optimized. But if it is a matter of having just a really, really bad computer, lower the resolution. That's the easiest way to get FPS. Just lower the resolution. Like, say you're on 1080, lower it to 720. That, I guarantee, will almost double your frame rate. Alright, now... See, now the shape's starting to come along a lot better. There's just going to be the process of removing as much clay as possible from the bottom here. Star Trek Discovery? I don't really watch a lot of Star Trek. I definitely don't remember which series are named which. I know that the original and Next Generation. I'm not familiar with anything outside of that, though. Yeah, I don't think that's what anything to do with what you installed. I have that too. We were just live streaming yesterday, and that was happening to everybody. It seems to be related to Pyro and his new particles.
Demonetized.
So if there's a lot of Pyros, which it's TF2, so there's always going to be a lot of Pyros, the frame rate's just destroyed. And there's still a lot of clay down in there, jeez. Now these are a pain to get them tuned in the first place because their airway's different. So far it's coming along pretty nice though. Yeah, Pyro is broken. Oh, Sniper should be removed? I don't think so. I think Pyro's way more broken than Sniper is. Sniper in a competitive scene, though, does kind of break the game. That's the problem with, like, hit scan, is it's not hard to abuse. Right, so I think what we'll do is it'll be at about this level. Yeah. Gotta aim for the right spot. Looks like I got it. Gonna carve it out a little. Now, the reason I'm not adding the mouthpiece yet is because if something goes wrong, this is much easier to fix. And something always goes wrong on these. Like, it's just, if you're trying to make an old-fashioned one like this, it's just basic, you just basically have to go in thinking, yeah, it's gonna mess up at some point. But this is the hardest part here, getting the airway working. Once this is done, the rest is pretty easy. Right, so now we'll angle this down a little bit to kind of give it a nicer tone. And we might have to come back and adjust this as we add more holes to it. See, now doesn't that sound old-fashioned? Doesn't that sound like an old one? Might be hard to tell over the mic, though. I've been working on this since 1873. We'll want to make the indents a little more prominent on where we're actually going to have our fingers be, so we can feel it better. Well, I can't play this long a time on this one. At least not yet. Well, it won't look like one when we're done with it. There. That's starting to come along. Starting to have its final shape. I like that sound it has. Alright, that looks pretty good. I think we might actually need one down here. Yeah. So we start taking away a little bit of clay from here so we can get this to have the right feel. Needs to be comfortable, otherwise it's going to be annoying to play. Anybody knows if this is the ocarina you talked about on last stream? Was I talking about an ocarina on last stream? What did I say? Oh, if you mean the one I need to finish, no, that's not this one. The one I need to finish is complicated and doesn't want to work. Like, I can't even get its shape right. It needs to be so freaking large. Yes, I do sell them. There are website links in the descriptions. It depends on which one it is. Like, it could be... there's a few different prices. It could be anywhere between $15 and $120 usually. Not all of them are $120 though. Only a few. Sounds a little airy. Might adjust it a little. That sounds pretty good. You just gotta not blow very hard on it yet. Right, so yeah, I did add another hole on the top there. Right, so I think we'll have 8 on the top, 1 on the bottom. Okay, so what key is this? It's not sure what key it is. The tuner's kind of messing up there. Whatever. We can give it one. We just need to open this up a little. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take this one, open that just a bit. Alright, let's see where that places us. Almost. Needs to be widened a little. Right. Sometimes you have to blow a little harder to get the thing, which we shouldn't have it do. We should try and make it consistent. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've seen people donate more than that. They could probably get something in return if they knew about the links. Right. Now, this is one of the ones that will have to be uncovered part way to get the flat or the sharp, depending on what key this ends up being. But the hole is much larger than it would be on the smaller one we did earlier, so it's not really going to be a problem. And that's about where it needs to be. The whole thing could use adjusted later. But for now, we can move on to the next one. And the next one, according to this, let's see. Yeah, I did say I might stream it, yeah. I decided to go ahead and do that since I have free time today. I didn't want to do any more video editing since, man, I put out a lot of videos recently, kind of experimenting with the YouTube algorithm there. Let's see what we got. Alright, so that would be here. Right, so that's this note. So that's 2 up. The next one is also 2 up. Okay. So what was that one? That one was B, somewhere around B. Right. So this one should be C sharp. Maybe, yeah. Or I could start advertising it. The reason I haven't been advertising it in videos, really, is because I just don't have a lot of inventory right now. I was thinking about making some for Patreon, but I have to get other ones done first before I consider doing something like that. Oh, looks like we already hit the note. Jeez. Right. So it is starting to get a little lower pitch because we're taking clay out, but that's normal. Next one, like they don't have to be perfectly in tune when we add them, we just tune them later. They just need to be within the range. So the next one should be D. So this one only goes up by one note. So it will be a smaller one. Or at least the way we carve it out will be smaller. It might not look smaller from the surface. Right, so then it'll be E, because it goes up by 2. See, I like these, because even though it takes more work, tuning it's easier because there's more room for error having more holes. They don't need to be so precisely tuned. They can just be, because like the small ones are really annoying. Like one hole is used to make like, God, how many? Like 5, 6, even 7 different notes. There's this. It's normally only 2. Maybe 3 if you're doing sharps and flats. But that's what this one's for. What did I say we were going up to? E? Yeah. Well, I made a good guess. We're already there. A TF2 debate? Yeah, I guess. Next one, we're at E. About this one. Next one also goes up by 2 notes. So that would be F sharp. Oh, that's the wrong spot. Hang on, we're getting this one. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, so this one is F sharp. Now, as we add these, it might start getting a little airy, and we'll have to adjust it later. Because it's a little soft, a little softer than I would want it to be. But for what we're doing, it's a good thing, because I have a plan for it. It's a good plan. Alright, F sharp maybe. Yep, that's F sharp. Next one. I'm actually getting really lucky in guessing how big the hole should be, because I'm getting it exactly on the dot. Next one is also up by 2, which means it should be G sharp. It's a little odd, but we'll go with it. Again, we can adjust the key itself later. This one might not be it, but let's see. Yeah, it needs to be a little higher. Well, hang on, you're getting ahead of yourself. It can't play a song yet.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
In fact, if we tried to play something on this right now, it would probably sound so out of tune, it would be awful. We're just trying to get it close to where it needs to be. That's good. Oh, forgot to cover one.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Yeah, see? Starting to change its tone a little. So what we can do there about that. We want this to be flat on the bottom anyway. So we're gonna make the chamber a little bit smaller by kind of squishing it like that. That should raise the pitch. Alright, so that's about G sharp. Right. See, now we're getting to the part where we need to readjust them. Because of the way it's changing shape. So this one needs to be retuned. I think we'll add the thumb hole first, though. We just want to make it close. All right, we're getting there. Hang on. Alright, so that's B flat. So the next one should be C. Yeah, it's too large now. So we'll adjust that. What's happening there is it's starting to get a little too wet on the inside from playing it, so we're going to have to let that sit for a second. Because otherwise you could accidentally blow out the whole thing. Alright, so what we're going to do, we need the side of the chamber to not dry out, so we're going to take this and we're going to put it on like that. And we're going to let that sit for a second. Right. See how this one's drying out. Looks good so far. Someone wanted the song a time. Let's adjust it just a little. That sounds better. Right. I think it would be time to add the detail to it. like that. And give me a second. This one is like a delicate process. Right, now we need the knife again. Straighten that out a little. That looks pretty close to where we want it. And give me... almost have it done here. Oh, hang on, I screwed it up. I'm gonna take this one as a reference. Yeah, I see what I did wrong there. I have a particular way of signing them. There we go. And we'll just do the last finishing touch right here. And signed. Just showing off what I've been working on for like the past 5 minutes. Alright, I think we have one that's done here. What we'll do, when it is dry enough, we'll just smooth it over with water, recarve the signature a little bit so there's not any clay stuck in there, and there we go. We have one done at least. So that's neat there. And we even have a little hole where you can wear it, so you can actually like wear this around. I wonder if I have any that have those around it that I could show. Oh, there's one. Yeah, so I can show a little bit what it might look like when it's done. So here's an example of one that's finished. Just trying to get that in frame there. So yeah. What character would have an ocarina? Let's see. Well, it could fit anyone, honestly. They don't really belong to any part of the world. Though, I guess the closest would possibly be, like in terms of where they were most widespread, it would either go to spy or medic. In fact...
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Yeah, medic would actually make the most sense. I just can't picture medic playing something like that. They should probably give it to spy, because spy doesn't have a lot of musical taunts.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
I don't know, it seems like Spy's personality would fit it better. It could go to either. Okay, so the clay that I use, the reason it shrinks is because it's pottery clay. So it fires at really high temperatures, right? And most of the time, you would use low fire clay for it, so you can have like painted on stuff, so it doesn't like boil away, right? But the difference between my clay and low fire clay is they don't break. So there's a very good reason for using that. Oh, what was the question? Yeah, you still might manage to break one if you dropped a more fragile one onto pavement, though. Like, this one, if you dropped onto pavement, once this one's done, this one might probably have one of its ends chip off. But that's pretty obvious why. It's got a strange shape to it. But no, yeah, the little ones are tough. In fact, that put a dent in the table, but not the ocarina itself. Other fragile ones would probably be very large ones. Like, oversized. I don't get the question. What is the difference between the materials you use for an ocarina? I don't get it. Yeah, you wouldn't want to hit somebody with them. Oh, between clay and plastic? I don't have my plastic one with me. The way it reverberates can have a difference. Clay, for the most part, has the most solid tone to it. Like, it is really good at holding notes consistently. Like, this one is obviously just clay. You see how it just keeps its tone? The ones that have the biggest difference... See, with good plastic, you can hardly tell the difference between plastic and clay. Largest difference, if I can find it, is definitely the wooden ones. I have one that's made of wood, but I have no idea where it is. It's probably hidden somewhere safer than this. But the wooden ones, you can definitely tell they're made out of wood. There also might be a slight difference in tone just because of the shape of some of them. Like, here's a square one, made out of porcelain, right? Oh, kind of losing it. It's a little dusty on the inside. Yeah, I don't think this one's for sale on the website because it does that. Like, if it's a little dusty, or if you've been playing it for a while, it just stops making sound randomly. If it is on the website, it needs removed, because sometimes my website doesn't update. But yeah, this one should not be there. But it might be. The strongest materials? Okay. The strongest ocarina I've ever seen is one that was made out of cast iron. And that thing was crazy. The dude who owned it, he had it for military reasons. He didn't want it to get broken if he's, like, banged around, right? So this one, he took it, threw it as hard as he could into the air, and it came slamming down into the ground, and it didn't care. It just got wedged into the ground. That's still up there? Oh crap, I need to remove that. That shouldn't be up there. Yeah. I don't think I have my website editor open. I might go up there and remove it, since we're waiting for that anyway. Actually, what we need to do before that, we should probably start on the large one. The small ones don't take too long. Like, a single one could take a long time to make, but in terms of actually shaping them and getting them to work, these are the fastest. You don't fire these small ones alone because it costs a lot of money to fire them. Takes up a lot of electricity. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to probably want to get the table all cleaned here. We're going to work on a large one. This is one that I wanted to make a while ago, but I injured my hand and I couldn't make. Right. I hope we have enough clay here. Okay. Right. Looks like my rolling pin, something hit it. Put a lot of dents in it. Weird. Alright. See, it wants to stick. I don't like that it does that. Do not stick. It's absorbing the water from the table. I got quite a bit. Yeah, it really does. It absorbs it right out of the wood. A little bubble in there. We need to pop that. You don't want air bubbles in your clay. I see a couple more. Pop, 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 pop. need some more water there. There we go. Rolling pin's starting to get a little dry too. Yeah, it almost is like making pizza.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
No air bubble. You stay dead. Okay. Starting to come along pretty good. So what we need is a balloon. Ouch. I got two here. Different sizes. Right. Right, we're gonna need more clay. We want a large one. This one's too small. Now the reason we need a balloon is because otherwise it'll collapse. This looks like the clay is rather dry. Let's see if we've got more in another bag that might work better. Possibly at the bottom of this one. Here's a little more. Yep. Isn't the balloon a little too big? Maybe it is a little. We might use the smaller one. Oh, come on, you want to get in there. Get in there! I'm gonna have to use my hands to get that to want to stay. Come on. Getting that in there. Man, it really doesn't want to. Just needs to be a little wider. Like that. I see an air bubble. Right. Now the tricky part's going to be flipping this. Especially where it was just added onto. Yeah, the sounds. That sounds like demonetization. Right there. Alright, let's flip our pizza over. If we can. That's too much surface area, man. Ugh. Okay. Let's fix any tears we might see in it. Like right here. Yeah, you kind of do. No. Where'd the small balloon go? This one. Okay. Is that gonna be... Right. I don't know. Should it be that one or this one? This one looks like it might be too big. But we need a large one. I don't think that's gonna wrap around. Not unless we want to, which we should, because it's going to be a strange shape, probably cut off the side here, rework it into the front and back. Oh, I hear one of the cats upset. She's probably wondering where the other cat went. Well, she's just taking a nap in here, not caring. Right. Yeah, so he doesn't want to stay on that side. Yeah, it's the corner of it that's just not wanting to. It's getting ingrained into the table. Yeah, so for that, we're going to need... Put it on like that. There you go. Looks a little dry on this side too. I should charge more for this one that I'm making. A higher camera? Oh, you're not missing anything. I'm just making a flat piece of clay right now. Yeah, don't worry, not much is going on. Besides, I can't touch anything with my hands right now. They're disgusting. Alright, we need this to be worked into it. Right. Now it might work around this one, which we're going to need this to also be covered in water. This is getting so messy. Won't matter in a second here, trust me. Running out of water, honestly. Okay. Right? Now the part that's really annoying to do. Ah, come on. What we need of this balloon is for it to stop moving, please. I need a third hand. That's what I need. Ah. It still doesn't want to reach. Great. We might be forced to use the smaller balloon. Let's see here. Jeez. Extra large potato, yeah. Kind of. I think I need to... Well, it needs to be like squished is the thing. It's too round. I wonder if we could put tape around it to kind of hold it in place like this. That might help, but I don't have tape. I think this one's going to be too big. It's going to be too big and too heavy. We might go with the smaller one here. But then it's a little too small. We need something in between these two. No, this one will work fine. Not often, because I don't normally make them this large, but we might have it here. Just cut the side off. Where'd the knife tool go? I don't know. We've got another one here at least. Right. We need this on the bottom. What a mess. Okay. Well, you're watching me try to shape the chamber of an order that I have. That's what you're watching. All right, there's the front of the balloon. Yeah. Yeah, chat will have to explain for any new viewers what the heck is going on. Don't tell me you popped. You can take more than that. Because if I don't use a balloon, the whole thing falls apart. Because it's just got too much weight behind it. So the balloon is to help it keep its shape. Oh, yeah, you don't want to stay on there, do you? Well, you're going to have to. I see the problem. There's a hole right here where air is escaping. There's a few holes in it. Yeah, these are annoying because the walls are really thin. But we need them to be stronger. So we're kind of layering this. But it really doesn't want to stick. Please stay on there this time. Yeah, it's just a big ball of clay right now. Well, it's starting to gain its shape at least. Yeah, I think what we need to do is make it into an actual ball shape and then worry about the way it's going to go on. What is that stuff? Wet clay? Yes. So what we can do is take pieces like this, put it on here where the cracks are. I'm trying to feel where there might be any thin spots that might break. Like here. There's a big air bubble in here. And we're going to need more on the top there, I think. Yeah. Man, I don't like making big ones like this. It's so annoying.
Demonetized.
I think this needs to be thinner.
Demonetized.
There's Teku's demonetized. I don't think that's going to want to go on. We're going to need it here. Yeah, here's where the problem is created. Yeah, there's some air escaping somewhere. I don't know where, though. Alright, let's set this upright. Like this. So that way we can kind of work all of it towards the top. Where there's this big section. We're gonna... Yeah. Huh, that'd be fun. If only you could set up a system where it actually could hear the song that you're playing and work accordingly. Eh. Any cracks I'm seeing, I'm filling up. Looks like we've got quite a bit going up here. We can probably take that off, yeah. There's a thin spot just showed up. Yeah, it's not a balloon anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna have to charge more than this, more than what I was asking, because this is huge. Right, now that needs to be compressed together. Where are you losing your air? I don't see a place where you're losing air, but I can hear it. Right. Yeah, it does kind of look like a big Hershey's Kiss. Well, this is what we're doing while we're waiting for the other one we were working on to dry. Right, let's take another piece, put that on here. That might be a little large, but it's going to stay. I'm going to make it stay. I see another thin spot right about here. Ah. Okay. I'm just gonna roll around the bottom there. Yep, now I'm seeing where the problem is. So we're just going to fix that. There's a hole right here. Man, this is getting so slimy right now. I need to face this the other way. We're trying to like move everything to where it can be straight. What are you making, a ball? No, this is actually going to be an ocarina. It's just, it's going to be huge. Come on. You need more clay there. I'm trying to add it for you. Ah, just cooperate. Would sounds he'll get demonetized? I could just turn them off. Yeah, I think this is about the right size the guy wanted. This is larger than the other one I made by a long shot. I didn't realize how big this was going to be. There's no way that other balloon's going to become one. GTA San Andreas, I think is what he means, is actually a good game. Yeah, that's what I heard. Looks like a good game. 5 sucked, though. Like, I refuse to play through story mode of 5. A pinhead. It's the best insult ever. Who you calling pinhead? No, PlayStation 2 was pretty capable. It was a really good console. Back in those days, people were clever about cutting corners too. Make a game look amazing, but have it run on a potato. Yep. It's an actual title. I actually get people randomly commenting on my channel saying, oh, you don't deserve that title. You don't actually make ocarinas. You just play stupid games. And it's like, what? Alright, it's starting to stick to the table a little. Starting to stick to its own clay. Eh. Is that full of water? Just the rest of it is basically going to have to go on the table to stop this thing from sticking.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That orange box kind of sucks. I always associate it with console because I have never really known anyone to have it on PC. Because you can... Most people just got the game separately. Especially with Portal being free for a while there. Which I missed out on that, but then I got it for $10, so it's like, eh.
Demonetized.
I didn't have a computer that could run it at the time, that was the problem. Wish I'd have known I could have just added it to my library. I thought you needed to download it. So I didn't have Steam yet at the time, when Portal was free. Eh, come on, roll over. Getting it very close to the shape it needs to be. Just gotta... The back here is the problem. The front's looking good, the back not so much. It's just sliding all over the place. Just gonna be rolling it around to try and get the clay a little more even. Get everything to press together nicely. Yeah. Come on. This thing really doesn't want to go where I want it to. I want this back piece to line up with the front piece, and I'm gonna force it to, whether it wants to or not. I hear a cat. Oh my gosh, what does she want? I'm just gonna have to even that out, and I'm just gonna have to get it the way I want it later. I know what I'll do. When I take the balloon out, I'll do it from the back, and I'll add the cone that I want on the back once it's taken out. For now, we're just gonna make sure it stays in the shape. Oh my gosh, you hear that, cat? Yeah, it's gonna be enormous. We have to decide where we want the top to be. I think I know. Alright, more water time. There we go. That makes it smooth. That, whoa, it almost slid right off the table! Oh my god, that would have sucked. Probably would have survived the way the balloon's in it. But I still don't want to deal with that. Then you gotta clean all the fuzz and hairs out of it later. And that's not fun. Right. So I think the bottom should be over here. Hang on, I just gotta smooth that out. Oh my god, it's making so many noises. There is so much clay on my hands. Look at this. I bet you could just like peel it off like... Oh, that is weird. Actually, that helped me get a better grip on it. Let's see here. Right. Just gonna roll that around on the bottom. Get it about even. Then we're gonna have to go around and smooth it again. My gosh, this thing is so slippery right now. Like, it's really hard to hold it where I want it. Right. Okay, so I think what we'll have to do is have it like this. Add a bit of clay to the top. Right. Like about here. There's still some on the rolling pin, actually. That could help. It's a little more dry. Well, the cat eventually went away. Ace is trapped in the 80s. Well, is that because of all the stuff around me? Pretty sure there's a cell phone there that's not from the 80s. This I'm going to have to keep coming back to over the course of days. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to charge more. Or, since he wanted to do a trade, I think what I'll do is the price that we agreed on earlier, but still do the trade. I think that would be fair. So I told him it was a rough estimate. I didn't know. This thing is just so frustrating. It's absolutely enormous. It's ridiculous. I don't even know what key it's going to be in. Thankfully, he's not too concerned about that. Because adjusting something like that would be a pain. Oh, this thing better work at least. It's going to need to have something on the side to play it, but I think I know how to do that. Cleaning this up later is not going to be fun. Yeah. I can't believe almost all that clay that we brought out is gone into this thing. You know what's at least one thing we can be thankful about? He doesn't want it glazed. There's no way I'm doing that. Yeah, it's just gonna have to, it's just gonna have to sit, have a flat side. Because there's no way it's gonna be round. The balloon is getting crushed under all that pressure. The only reason it's not popping is because there's nowhere for it to pop. That's starting to get a little misshapen on the bottom because of all the weight. Yeah, there's a balloon inside the thing, and that's what's keeping it from collapsing. Because otherwise it wouldn't care about the air, it would just compress it. See, now we're starting to see where it's bulging here, and that's excess clay that can be taken off. And then smoothed out. Gonna need more clay on the bottom unless we make this the top, which we could do. Yeah, this can be the top. It really doesn't matter. Might alternate between the two, actually. Let's get some of that clay off. Yeah. Let's get a little more. We're just kind of going over it in layers at this point. Question. Oh, see, you're sticking. I don't want you to be sticking. That's why we need water. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to see what that cat wants. She's waking up the other cat. I'm gonna have to wash my hands off, and then we're going to see if we can add more clay around this, because I have a feeling this thing's not going to want to keep its shape with how much weight is on it. How to open the door without my hands. Got it. Oh, really? What? I'm not petting you. You really want me to pet you? Yeah, I didn't think so. I have returned, kind of. Gonna see about something here. Must not have power to it. I'm gonna see if I can get the remote functionality to work again. See if we can fix this thing. While my hands are clean, I'm waiting for it to dry a little. Let's see. Come on. No, don't do that. I didn't move it. It's right there. There. Alright, so let's see now. We're just going to swap a couple things out. Okay. Come on, you don't need it. Whatever. It's not the buttons. Even the remote doesn't want to work. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, no, just using the remote. It doesn't want to work on me.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
It's a little weird.
Demonetized.
Come on.
Demonetized.
Alright, you. Okay. Good. Right. Man, I don't know what happened to this thing. Here. There's a reset. Okay. Now, you unplug it. Holding down the power button, you can try and get the static out of there. Okay. Let's do that again. Right? Now, get some power. Wait about 30 seconds. Yeah, that's what this big thing is. Just a little bit longer. Say about 10 more seconds. Pepsi. Alright. Now let's give it all the power at once. The logo came up, but the converter is making the signal weird. Maybe it's not the TV. Okay, look, RCA, right? Everything looks normal. Ooh, that's weird. I've never seen something like this do this before. It's pulsating now. Right. Now we get our friend here again. Aw, our friend is dead. Darn. Where can we plug you in? Ah, there's an outlet right back there. Okay. Right here. Right. Now, give you some remote power. Okay. Let's have some volume out of you.
Calm down.
Oh.
I changed jobs. I lost my dental insurance when I retired.
Oh, you almost had it. I'm gonna hold down the power button while I... Right. I wonder if it isn't the other thing. I don't know. Your Wii U controller is the remote for a... Oh. Looks like you've almost got it there, buddy. How about we change the channel on you? See, the channel changing messed it up. It's very strange. Do we have something that's analog? Because it might be the converter. Maybe this thing's just a piece of crap. If we unplug this, which it won't let me. Yeah, your static's not getting distorted. Could be the cable going bad too. There's a lot of things it could be. Yeah, we're just kind of messing with this while we're waiting for that to dry. Yeah, it is kind of distorting a bit. Alright, what are we looking at back here? Looks like what's going into you is being fed through this. So, let's see about something here. No, the TV's still messing up. Arrgh. Hey, Kat, how you doing? Yeah, hi, Kat. Man, I'm gonna be bummed if we can't fix this. It was working fine there at the beginning of the stream, and then it just went out. Right, you're on this. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, hey, it went off on its own. What's your opinion on plastic ocarinas? I mean, they're fine for a beginner. Oh god, Page Master. You guys remember Page Master? What's happening is we're waiting for the ocarina to dry a bit before we start working on it again. In the meantime, I'm trying to figure out our TV. We had like nice little pictures going in the background for anyone who was bored, and now it's not wanting to work right. Something smells like it's on fire. Yeah, that's a bass ocarina. Something smells like it's on fire. Uh-oh. That's not good. What could it be? Oh, what? You need a socket wrench? Jesus. What kind of thing needs a socket wrench? Do I even have a socket that small? These aren't even the right size. These aren't even the right size. Oh yeah, it smells like there's something on fire. I can't believe this. It uses a socket size that they don't make anymore. Well, we can't have that. I need this open now because, you know what? We're gonna force it open. Yeah, Spooky, you might want to get out of here. Oh, you. Why do you have to use this non-standard version of it? Ah. How deep does it go? Get all this crap out of here. Cat, move! I need to get in! This is ridiculous. don't see anything yet. Are you serious? This one's a different size. Who designs this? Whoever made this really didn't want anyone getting inside it. But I kind of have to now. Did it blow a tube or something? I don't think it has tubes. It's a little, it'd be a little surprising if it did. Oh my god, there's even more on the bottom. Ah. Oh, the bottom ones are harder to get because there's stuff in the way. Come on, what's burning? Open up! Come on, let me have it. Oh, there's one more screw. Ugh. It's already unplugged. Spooky, get your stupid face out of there. Here, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Reading Rainbow. I don't see anything on fire. Everything looks pretty normal. I was right. It doesn't look like it has tubes. Well, now. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. And the smell's gone. Yeah. I think that's the case, because the way the picture's distorting, it distorts the same way an electromagnet would distort it. So I think what's happening is it's built up so much static that it's basically destroying its own picture. I'm not sticking my hand anywhere near that thing. Hell no. There's no way I'm touching that. What's that? Looks like... It's a lot of dust that got in there.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Oh, we got a problem. Is it gonna focus? I don't think it's gonna focus. Focus. My webcam sucks. So basically, this needs to be taken into somebody who specifically works on these things. We might just let it sit unplugged. It's been, like, it felt really hot in here, and now all the heat's kind of dispersed. Also, holy crap, look at the size of those circuits. Focusing. Yeah. From what I can tell, yeah, there's no tubes in this thing. It's a solid state. It's a primitive solid state, but it's a little more advanced than I thought it would be, at least. Alright. I'm going to use the laptop as a mirror. I want to see what happens. Trying to get the angle right. Oh, I'm not touching anything inside the thing. I just kind of angle that a little bit better like that. Oh, stupid thing. Can't get a good picture of it. Well, that works. Yeah. Let's angle it down a little bit. That part there is really what I want to see. Yeah. Check your YouTube messages, Ace. I am. I'm just not seeing anything. Right. I'm keeping an eye on that mirror. That was the VCR player that just made that noise. Not seeing anything. Let me reel that in. No, real TV fixing. TV not online. Excuse me, do you need my hand? Do you need my hand? Get my finger there. You need my finger? Do you need that? Huh? I don't think you need that. Yes? You need my finger? What do you want? Look at you. Look at you. Get in your paw. Oh, I see something. I just can't get to it. Let me lower my camera there. Let's see what we're dealing with here. From the looks of it... Yeah, they're starting to glow. Like, they're starting to glow hot. Now the smell's back. I think the main tube, not like it's a tube TV, but I mean like the main tube itself, something broke in it. It's making an awful sound. You see them starting to glow in there? Okay, just going to take the camera away from there because my hand started having all the hairs on it stand up. So we're going to be on this side now. Yeah, I think it might be at the end of its life. That's so sad. Spooky doesn't like the sound or the smell. She's getting out. She's gone. Yeah. Wish the thing would just work. Well, if it does die, I can still make a good table out of it, but I'd like to have something I can watch. No, the Wii U worked fine on it. That's just it working as a universal remote. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm kind of trying to do. Like, it's either gonna die or it's gonna work. One of the two. Yeah, that's weird.
Demonetized. Demonetized.
Yeah, I think it's just done for, man. Yeah, it's about 300 pounds. So I'm trying to get it to reset back to where if I turn the power back on, there, like that, it won't come on. That's what I needed. So now, I'm gonna take the Wii U here, and we're gonna run it through its buttons before hitting the power button. Just going up, down, channel. Okay. Well, the idea is not wanting to buy a new TV. Also, that Ocarina's taking forever to dry. Holy crap. Okay, I got it the way it's supposed to be. I think we'll just let it run like that for a second. And by second, I mean a while. Ouch. So, yeah, the reason there's that warning thing on it, right? See this? It's kind of to see. Yeah, you see that discoloration there? That's not grime or dirt. That's where the radiation is centered. So it's like, yeah, gonna probably put this back on.
Demonetized.
While it's running. Or at least like that. I say we just let it run for a while. But yeah, it's probably dead. Anyway. This is just a mess. Well, the whole thing's kind of a mess right now. Just put popcorn in it. Not the same kind of radiation. Anyway, we can at least... Here, let's move this over a little. How's it doing? I'm gonna put it on its status display. Right. Nope, it still refuses to turn off properly. Ah, well. Yeah, I can play the Ocarina. Alright, well. TV's dead. Let's see how the Ocarina we started earlier is doing. Feels good. Yeah, we'll probably end the stream soon. because that's kind of a pain. I'm gonna have to do something about the TV. But yeah, let's see how the Ocarina we were working on is doing. If the inside workings dried or not. So they should have by now. Alright, that sounds good. I'm gonna have to close that door. There's so much like noise ruining the yeah, here we go. Alright, so far the notes are right. Can't see the chat right now because everything's a mess. Alright, so it should be right. So that's A, so the next one should be B. And then C sharp. Alright, it's out of tune, but it's in the right range. It's got, like, it's close to where it needs to be. I think we can add another hole to it already. And once we get all the holes added, we can work on tuning the whole thing properly. Yeah, it sounds like there needs to be a little bit more clay taken out of this one.
Demonetized.
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 Right. So then, next one should be A. Not sure where the camera's quite facing. Adding the hole there. There we go. Let's see what that added. Almost. Probably just need to take a little bit more clay out from the inside of it. There. Just a little bit more. That's about right. Next thing I think we'll add is a thumb hole right about here. Right, so we'll just scoop the clay out of there. Try to turn the laptop around at least. Maybe I can see the chat better. There we go. Kind of. Do you guys really have Crystal Pepsi in America? Oh, that's not Crystal Pepsi, that's Cherry Vanilla. We had Crystal Pepsi for a bit last year, and I miss it because it was actually really good. I have no idea where all the, like, oh, Crystal Pepsi memes came from. Crystal Pepsi's terrible. It's like, it's good. It's really good, actually. I like it. They don't sell it because no one wants to drink it, but I think it's great. So, I can't get the soda I want. Made it a little wide, but that's okay because, you know, people have different shaped thumbs. Kind of hard to see there, isn't it? Yeah. Camera's in a really sucky spot. What we could also do yeah, I think I know what we can do. But we're gonna have to end the stream soon. Or we could resume it once I get home from picking up Isaac from work. Because we are in the middle of something. Hey, so what'll make you a YouTube wallpaper source filmmaker, no charge? YouTube wallpaper source filmmaker? What do you mean? Yeah, you want to know what happens if you scream into an ocarina? Nothing. Well, sometimes it'll make a horrible sound, but for the most part, you're blowing so hard that you just kind of... it can't make a sound. It doesn't get a chance to. The air escapes so quick. Maybe another one would make a horrible sound. Like this one. Kinda. It's more noticeable than the last one. Alright, we've just about got this where we wanted, I think. Got a thumb hole on the back there. Let me just take the stupid camera. There. It's a pretty good spot for it. Oh my god, this camera doesn't want to go where I want it to go. I might actually redo where how the thumb hole is because it feels a little too indented, if you know what I mean. Or I could take a little bit more clay away from the edge. Try and make it feel a little better. Kind of like that. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Yeah, it needs to be bigger, definitely. Because that's going to B flat, that should be going to B. And then if we want it tuned to A, if we take too much clay out of this, we can add a small subhole to it that will not only act as tuning it, but will help with sharps and flats and stuff, which we should probably do anyway with what we're going to do with this thing. Alright, it took a little more clay out of it. almost. It's a little rough on the upscale, but it still needs to be retuned. We can also adjust the airway a little bit. Oh, actually, that made it worse. Okay, so it's a little too far down. We can just readjust this and flatten it a little, make it go upwards a little more. Take a little bit of clay out of there too. Let's see how that sounds. That sounds pretty good. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to have to do. We are out of time right now. I might continue this a little bit later. And yeah, we'll fix the camera and probably get the TV out of here. It's causing trouble. But anyway, yeah, we will continue this when I get home, but I gotta go. And we'll continue the large one as well. This little one's the one I'm excited for. This could potentially be my next personal one, the one that I use in performances. So that would be cool. But yeah. At any rate, I hope you enjoyed, even if we had a major drawback because the TV almost caught on fire. But yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll continue this in like an hour or so. How's that? Yeah, we'll do this in like an hour. Maybe a little bit longer.